Across the African grassland, Venom always hides beneath every footfall. In this land, even one reflex that is slightly too slow can change everything. And even the most effective snake hunters always operate very close to their own limits. Talons and venom when death slithers beneath a bird's wings. From above, the East African savanna appears as an endless golden canvas, where the shadow of large wings glides silently in parallel with a dark streak moving close to the ground. Beneath an acacia tree, a pride of lions rests after a meal. Bloodstains still ring their mouths, completely unaware of the brown eagle circling overhead and gradually lowering its arc. Under the low grass nearby, a black mamba nearly 3 meters long slides across a trail, carrying in its fangs enough venom to kill 10 grown adults. The eagle suddenly folds its wings and dives, talons driving straight into the mamba's midsection. Wind screams through the feathers as the large shadow rapidly covers the grass below. Talons pin the target to the red dust. The mamba immediately coils in resistance, whipping its head around at extreme speed, its venom-loaded fangs ready to strike. The mamba tightens around the eagle's wing, locking it in place and leaving the eagle thrashing helplessly as the venomous fangs continue searching for an angle on the neck. The eagle pecks repeatedly into the snake's body, but each strike only causes the mamba to tighten further. Two bodies roll across the red earth, dust billowing in clouds, feathers and scales tangling together. The sound of the violent struggle causes the lion pride to raise their heads. Two females rise and move slowly forward, curiously watching the cloud of red dust rolling up along the trail. One lowers its muzzle toward the brawl. The mamba immediately releases the eagle's wing, rears its head high, spreads its hood wide, and lets out a loud hiss of warning. The lioness stops. It recognizes that what stands before it is not prey, but a venomous threat. The mamba slowly slides out of the red dust and disappears into the low grass. The eagle snaps upright, spreading wings that are now slightly misaligned. Both lions still stand nearby as it fans its neck feathers and opens its beak in warning after the life or death struggle. The two lions advance no further. The eagle quickly gathers itself and labors heavily off the ground, circling once before fading into the rising thermals above the savanna. Beneath the low grass, the mamba has vanished, leaving behind a patch of earth that even the top of the food chain chose to avoid. In the end, all three species walked away. No true winner, only creatures that understood survival sometimes matters more than continuing the fight. Far from the red patch of earth, a secretary bird nearly 1.3 meters tall strides across the blazing grassland, its scale-armored legs ready for snake hunts across the ground. For this bird, the legs are the weapon, thick scales resistant to venom and kicks of tremendous force, moving steadily through the dry grass in search of the next prey. Ahead, a cobra nearly 2 meters long slides across open ground. The secretary bird immediately halts, lowers its neck, and holds a safe distance. The cobra quickly rears up, spreads its hood wide, and opens its mouth in a threat display. But the secretary bird only steps slowly sideways, forcing the snake to rotate with it. The snake suddenly lunges forward, but the moment its body is fully extended, a strike like a thunderbolt drives straight into its midsection, slamming the cobra down onto the red earth. On the next attack, the secretary bird again leaps backward at the right moment and delivers a reverse kick into the oncoming head, sending the snake staggering. By the third exchange, the cobra is slower. A kick straight down to the top of the head sends the snake's body thrashing across the ground, unable to raise its neck again. The secretary bird delivers a few more decisive kicks, then picks up the cobra's body and walks on across the grassland, as though the hunt just completed was nothing more than a routine part of the afternoon. It will continue sweeping through the grass until dusk, using its long legs and patience to bring down one snake after another with precise strikes. The sun-scorched grassland belongs to those who hunt from above. But to the west, among red rocks and scorching thorn bushes, another snake hunter appears, one that works at ground level through pure speed. A semi-desert stretches with cracked red rock and scattered cactus, as a small shape darts through the gaps in the stones so fast that the dust has not yet risen before it is gone. That is the roadrunner, a bird that hunts with long legs, a tail like a rudder, and a ground speed exceeding 40 kilometers per hour rather than wings. Ahead, a desert snake slides across open ground. The roadrunner spots the prey and immediately changes course, driving straight toward it without slowing. The snake quickly coils into a defensive posture, but the roadrunner simply circles continuously, forcing the opponent to keep changing direction until the movements of head and body begin to fall out of sync. The snake's strike misses. The moment its head extends forward, the roadrunner has already looped behind it, driving its beak hard into the back of the neck and slamming the snake's body against the red rock. Keeping the prey gripped in its beak, the roadrunner repeatedly slams the snake's body against the rock until the entire body goes limp and stops responding. Right where the chase ends, the hunter begins eating its prey. Each portion of the snake's body disappears between strong jerks and steady swallowing. On this arid land, the window of survival is always brief. Just minutes ago, a living creature was finding its way to survive. Now it has become the energy source sustaining another life. Across the savanna and semi-desert, each bird hunts in its own way. One uses talons, one relies on the force of its kicks, and the roadrunner depends entirely on speed. Every snake hunt between savanna and semi-desert is a gamble, because just one successful bite from a black mamba or a cobra is enough to end the hunter permanently. The eagle survived that morning because the mambas fangs glanced off the thick neck feathers. Had they pierced the skin, the venom would have brought it down from the sky within minutes. For the secretary bird, the leg scales are the final line between life and death. Because if the cobra could reach the unprotected thigh, the outcome would be entirely different. The roadrunner is different. No armor, no grip strength, only raw speed. Every loop around the snake is a bet of its life for the sake of its young. The brown eagle perches on a dry branch, wings pressed to its body, waiting for the bruised muscles to recover after the struggle. Further out in the afternoon grassland, the secretary bird still paces slowly through the yellow grass, knowing snakes are most active as temperatures begin to fall. Across the semi-desert, the mother roadrunner continues driving through the scorching rock crevices to find food. And beneath the acacia tree, the lions still lie there. And every time the wind stirs the grass ahead, they immediately raise their heads and look toward the place where the mamba once disappeared. Tomorrow, the eagle will circle the sky again. The secretary bird will step through the yellow grass, and the roadrunner will continue racing through the red rock. But the snakes will continue to exist as well. The race between Talon and Venom has no finish line, only the next round. When the last ray of sunlight leaves the savanna, the mamba still slides silently through the wind-stirred grass, fast enough and venomous enough that no one wants to cross its path a second time. Africa, a continent of extremes, where life and death intertwine with each season. The dry season is coming, and an entire world is about to change. For 6 months, rain nearly disappears. Temperatures exceed 40 degrees Celsius. Rivers once full are now reduced to mere puddles. This is the greatest survival challenge of the year. The savanna stretches thousands of square kilometers. This is home to over 1,000 species of mammals, from tiny creatures to giants. All depend on water. But water sources are depleting rapidly. And as the drought becomes severe, the line between life and death grows thinner than ever. Acacia trees are symbols of the savanna. They have evolved over millions of years to survive in these harsh conditions. Their roots can reach depths of 40 meters to find groundwater. The baobab tree, also called Africa's water bottle, can store up to 120,000 liters of water in its trunk. Its thick bark helps retain moisture throughout the long dry season. Savanna grass doesn't die, it only sleeps. Leaves droop down, green fades to golden brown. They wait, conserving every drop of water until the rains return. Some tree species even shed all their leaves to reduce water evaporation. This isn't death. This is a survival strategy deeply encoded in their genes. When water sources dry up, the world's greatest animal migration begins. Over 1.5 million wildebeest, Conocades taurinus, along with 250,000 zebras, set off. They move by inherited instinct, following the direction of rain. An 800-kilometer journey. No map, no compass. Only intuition and collective memory passed down through generations. Wildebeest can smell rain from over 50 kilometers away. They can run at speeds of 80 km/h when necessary, but this journey demands enormous energy. Zebras are perfect companions. They eat different grass than wildebeest, reducing competition. Black and white stripes aren't just for camouflage, but also help regulate body temperature. Not everyone can migrate. The old, weak, or young fall behind. In nature, cruelty isn't intentional. It's simply reality. The African elephant, Loxodonta africana, is the largest land animal on Earth, weighing up to 6 tons. But their strength doesn't lie in size alone. Elephants have remarkable memory. They remember the locations of waterholes that persist through multiple dry seasons. Herds are led by older females, carrying a lifetime of accumulated knowledge. When finding a dry riverbed, elephants begin their work. Using feet and trunks, they dig deep into the sand, creating waterholes. Groundwater slowly seeps up. These waterholes don't just serve elephants. After elephants drink and leave, dozens of other species will arrive. An adult elephant drinks up to 200 liters of water daily. They also consume up to 150 kilograms of vegetation. During the dry season, elephants can walk over 30 kilometers each day to find enough food and water. The dry season isn't a disaster for everyone. For carnivores, this is the best hunting season of the year. Scarce water sources become mandatory meeting points for prey. African lions, Panthera leo, are social hunters. Females work in groups, coordinating closely. Average weight 130-180 kg. Maximum speed 80 km/h in short bursts. They choose positions near water sources, lying still in the shade. Patient, unhurried, waiting for prey exhausted and off guard after days without water. An ambush unfolds in a flash, from stillness to motion in mere seconds. Antelopes react immediately, but not always fast enough. Lions' success rate is only about 30%, but during the dry season, this number increases significantly. This isn't cruelty. This is nature's way of maintaining balance. The cheetah, Zacononyx jubatus, chooses a different strategy. They hunt during the day, relying on speed. Fastest among land animals, reaching 110 km/h in just 3 seconds. Unlike lions, cheetahs hunt alone. They target young or smaller animals. Their bodies are designed for speed, not strength. The chase ends in 20 to 30 seconds. Cheetahs use non-retractable claws to increase ground grip. Long tails balance the body when changing direction at high speed. After catching prey, cheetahs must eat quickly. They're too small to defend food from lions, hyenas, or vultures, usually only 30 minutes before being robbed. The last remaining pools are now packed with crocodiles. Nile crocodiles, Crocodilus niloticus. They've existed since dinosaurs. Water recedes, crocodiles concentrate more densely. They can survive months without eating thanks to slow metabolism. Heart rate drops to just 2 to 3 beats per minute. But they remain alert. Every animal coming to drink is an opportunity. Crocodiles have the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom, up to 2,200 kilo per square centimeter. Complete stillness to extreme violence in an instant. Crocodiles use powerful tails to lunge forward, jaws snapping shut in 1/140th of a second. Not every attack succeeds. Many prey escape through quick reflexes or luck. Crocodiles return to their original position, waiting once again. What remains after predators' meals isn't wasted. Hyenas, then vultures. Layers of animals clean up in hierarchy. Nothing is overlooked. Even beetles, ants, bacteria, all play their roles. Nutrients return to the soil, nourishing grass. Grass feeds herbivores. The circle continues. The dry season isn't just a challenge. It's nature's filtering tool. Weak individuals are eliminated. Strong genes are passed on. Populations become healthier. Spotted hyenas, crocuta, also benefit from this season. They're not just scavengers. With a bite force of 100 kilo, they can crush bones, digesting what remains. After months of waiting, the sky changes. Dark clouds gather on the horizon. The air becomes humid, heavy. Animals sense something is coming. The first raindrops fall, touching parched earth, creating the distinctive smell of wet soil. This smell has a scientific name, petrichor, the scent of life returning. Within hours, the landscape transforms. Cracks in the ground are filled, puddles form, small streams flow again. The savanna drinks deeply, quenching its long-held thirst. Animals react immediately. Antelopes leap and dance in the rain. Even lions show excitement. Everything seems to breathe a sigh of relief. Within a week, grass begins to sprout. Small green shoots pierce through the dry soil. Trees put out new leaves. Green returns after months of absence. Insects appear first. Butterflies, dragonflies. They come to lay eggs. Migratory birds return from afar. They know this is the best time to breed. Food is abundant. Water is plentiful. Ideal conditions for raising young. Herbivores no longer need to migrate far. Food sources return. Young are born during this time. Survival rates are much higher than during the dry season. The rainy season will last about 6 months. Then, the sun will rain again. Clouds gradually disperse. Temperatures rise once more. And the cycle will repeat from the beginning. Africa's savanna has existed like this for millions of years. Dry and rainy seasons alternating, creating the rhythm of life. Without drought, there would be no ecosystem as we know it today. The dry season tests, the rainy season heals. This is the law of this land, and every creature here carries within them the instinct to survive through both seasons. But African nature has survived many trials. It has remarkable recovery abilities, if given the chance. Each dry season remains a challenge, but it's also testament to powerful vitality, resilience, nature's extraordinary adaptability. These stories aren't just about animals. They're about life, about the ability to survive, about how everything in nature is deeply interconnected. Africa's savanna, where each dry season brings challenges, each rainy season brings hope, and the circle of life continues to turn. When the dry season comes, the question isn't who survives, but how everything coexists in a perfect system, sculpted by millions of years of evolution. And the answer lies right before our eyes, in every creature, in every action, in every beat of the wild heart, savage Africa, where life never stops fighting. The first rays of dawn shine down on the Serengeti grasslands. A new day begins at the heart of Africa. Here, millions of creatures coexist in a complex ecological network, where predator and prey, strong and weak, intertwine their fates. But not all make their living by strength. Some have chosen another path, the path of opportunists. This is the story of Africa's most notorious thieves, those who survive on the fruits of others' labor. Spotted hyenas, Crocuta crocuta, can reach weights up to 70 kilograms, living in clans ranging from 10 to 80 individuals. With the strongest jaws among African carnivores. But 80% of their food comes from scavenging. They track other hunters like leopards and cheetahs, patiently waiting for the right opportunity. Spotted hyena's tactic is patience. One hyena may lose, but the whole clan is different. Numbers are weapons. Their calls echo across grasslands, summoning teammates. A leopard just brought down a stray antelope and prepares to drag prey up a tree, but it's too late. The patiently waiting, creating continuous psychological pressure. The leopard gradually exhausts and must make a choice: abandon prey or face the entire clan. Finally, survival instinct prevailed. Within just 2 minutes, the antelope carcass completely disappears. Meat, skin, and bones all consumed. This is not cruelty, but survival efficiency. African wild dogs, like Caon pictus, currently number only about 6,000 individuals in the wild and are classified as endangered. Unlike hyenas, they are professional hunters with hunt success rates up to 80%, highest among terrestrial carnivores. However, when opportunity presents, they're also ready to steal prey, especially when lions have eaten their fill and left. Speed is the key advantage. They rush in quickly, take remaining portions, and retreat before other rivals can react. Black-backed jackals, Canis mesomelus, are much smaller and lighter than other carnivores at only about 10 kilograms, but compensate with high intelligence and flexibility. They live in pairs or small groups, not strong enough to confront directly, so choose another strategy: waiting in shadows. Night is their activity time, when large hunters rest. They silently approach, searching for leftovers. A bone fragment, a bit of meat, not much, but enough to sustain life. That's the survival art of the small. In African skies exists another opportunist group: vultures, distant relatives of eagles, African white-backed vultures, Gyps africanus, with wingspans up to 2.5 meters and vision about 8 times stronger than humans, allowing them to detect carcasses from altitudes up to 4,000 meters. They don't hunt, but soar in the air, patiently observing all movements below. When an animal falls, vultures are the first to notice. They swoop down quickly, in numbers up to dozens, even hundreds. The scene is not beautiful, but necessary. They clean the savanna, prevent disease spread, a role no species can replace. Beneath the water surface, another opportunist waits. Nile crocodile, Crocodilus niloticus. Bodies up to 6 meters long, weighing nearly 1 ton and living over 100 years, they're considered living fossils, existing from over 200 million years ago. Possessing the strongest bite force among terrestrial creatures, but crocodiles aren't just active hunters. They also track other predators. When a leopard brings down an antelope near the riverbank, that could be a fatal mistake. In an instant, it lunges, yanking prey into water. The leopard can only stand stunned as the meal disappears before its eyes. Underwater, crocodiles perform the death roll. Violent spinning to tear prey into pieces. Efficient, brutal, but true to survival nature. And then there are lions, Panthera leo, often called kings of the savanna. But even kings have secrets. Lionesses are the main hunters, bringing back up to 80% of the pride's food. But the question is, who eats first? Male lions, weighing nearly double lionesses. They approach, push lionesses aside, and eat first. Privilege of the strong. This is not cruelty, but biological order. Male lions defend territory, face other rivals, and need large energy sources to survive. However, in many cases, male lions are also true opportunists. They don't hunt directly, but wander, seeking the right moment. A cheetah just brought down an antelope, the fastest land animal, but after the chase, it's nearly exhausted. A male lion smells blood and steps out from grass. The cheetah recognizes danger, but it's too late to flee. No confrontation, The cheetah must abandon hours of hunting effort while the lion claims victory without fighting. That's the savanna's law. Size determines power. But the cycle doesn't stop. When lions eat their fill and leave, others successively appear. Hyenas return. Wild dogs approach. From above, vultures swoop down. Jackals sneak in shadows. Each species takes its share. Nothing is wasted. Every bone, every piece of skin, every drop of blood has value and is utilized. Finally, only dried bloodstains remain on grass. The next day, grass will grow green again. The cycle continues. No winners, no losers. That's how the African savanna operates. No fairness or right and wrong, only survival and ability to seize opportunities. Hyenas, wild dogs, jackals, vultures, crocodiles, and lions all are opportunists and all are survivors. In this ecosystem, no role is small. Each species assumes a specific function, from hunter to cleaner. All are necessary. Yet in the past 3 decades, African vulture numbers have dropped up to 80%. Hyenas gradually lose habitat. Wild dogs number only about 6,000 individuals in the wild. In 2026, humanity stands at a crossroads. Protect these so-called thieves, or lose the entire system they maintain. Each opportunist has a role. Each behavior has a function. They don't steal, they recycle, they regulate, they keep life continuing. The African savanna, where rules are written by nature, where each creature finds ways to survive in its own way. Some call them thieves, some call them opportunists, but nature doesn't judge. Nature only maintains balance. And in that balanced state, these thieves hold an irreplaceable role. Not heroes or villains, simply part of life. Because on this land, there's only one truth. To survive, sometimes you must hunt, sometimes you must wait, and sometimes you just need to appear at the right moment. This is Africa, where each day is a survival lesson, where opportunists also become teachers, teaching about adaptation, patience, and the art of existence. And in that lesson, there's a message for humanity. In nature, there are no bad guys, only creatures trying to live by any means possible. Therefore, when mentioning Africa's thieves, remember they don't steal, they survive. And that very survival has kept Africa forever vibrant. From grasslands to rivers, from ground to sky, each ecosystem layer has guardians, cleaners, and creatures recycling life. Africa, land of wonders, where each creature, whether large or small, hunter or thief, has a role in life's grand symphony. The African savanna stretches endlessly. Afternoon sun casts gold across dry grasslands. This is a place where survival demands special adaptation. Daytime temperatures exceed 40 degrees. Water sources are scarce. Predators lurk everywhere. Only the strongest species survive. In this harsh land, many animal species have found ways to survive, running fast, stalking, or flying high. But one species chose its own path. In a cool rock den, a small creature is resting, black and white fur sharply defined. This is the honey badger, one of the most extraordinary animals in Africa. Mellivora capensis is the scientific name of this species, close relatives of weasels and mongooses. When fully grown, they weigh about 12 kilograms and are 80 centimeters long. The distinctive black and white two-toned coat is very recognizable. Head, back, and tail are gray-white. Face, legs, and belly are jet black. This is a warning signal to enemies. Long, curved claws designed for digging. Sharp teeth for effective tearing. The face, though small, displays unusual determination. Honey badgers are distributed widely throughout sub-Saharan Africa, from Senegal to Ethiopia, south to South Africa. Some individuals also live in India and the Middle East. Their habitat is diverse, from dry grasslands to sparse forests, from rocky areas to near deserts. The honey badger's adaptability far exceeds many other species. Life expectancy in the wild is about 7 to 8 years. In protected environments, they can live longer. Current numbers remaining in the wild have not been accurately recorded. The honey badger's most distinctive feature is its special skin layer. Skin nearly 6 millimeters thick, hard as armor. More importantly, it's very loose relative to the body. This skin structure allows honey badgers to twist flexibly even when bitten tightly. Honey badgers can immediately turn their heads to bite back. This skin layer can resist arrows, spears, even fangs. This is the result of thousands of years of evolution in a dangerous environment. But the most special weapon is their extremely strong poison resistance. Their immune system can neutralize the venom of many dangerous snake species. Special antibodies in honey badger blood can neutralize cobra venom. Even venom from mambas or puff adders has little effect on them. If bitten by a venomous snake, honey badgers may lose consciousness. But after only about 2 hours, they will wake up as if nothing happened. After recovery, they usually return and eat the very snake that just bit them. This behavior demonstrates this species' steadfast hunting instinct. The honey badger's intelligence is also noteworthy. They are among the few wild animals that can use tools. Wood pieces, stones can all become implements. Observations have recorded honey badgers using tree branches as ladder steps to climb walls, piling dirt into mounds to climb over fences. This is a rare problem-solving ability. Many conservation areas struggle when trying to keep honey badgers within their grounds. They always find ways to escape. This species' persistence has virtually no limits. This behavior is not due to hyperactivity. This is a strong territorial instinct. Honey badgers need large spaces to live and search for food. Each individual can control territory up to 50 square kilometers wide. They move regularly within this range, never stopping too long in one place. Honey badgers are omnivores with an extremely diverse diet, from insects, reptiles, birds, eggs, to fruits and roots. Their favorite food is bee larvae and honey. The English name honey badger comes from this. They're willing to face danger to get food. When discovering a beehive, honey badgers don't hesitate to attack. Thousands of stinging bees don't deter them. The thick skin layer protects effectively. They use powerful claws to break open the hive, then enjoy the larvae inside. Sometimes they eat even the adult bees. The honey badger's sense of smell is very developed. They can detect prey 30 centimeters underground, helping them find turtle eggs and animal burrows. The honey badger's snake hunting skills are particularly notable. They actively seek out venomous snake species. Agile movements help them avoid fatal bites. A honey badger's bite to the snake's head usually causes instant death. Then, they eat the entire snake, including the head containing venom sacs. Honey badgers are active mainly at night and at dusk. Cool temperatures help them move easily. During hot days, they rest in rock dens or tree shade. Their vision is not strong, but combined with acute smell and hearing, they hunt effectively even without moonlight. When not digging their own burrows, honey badgers often seize burrows of other animals. Foxes, mongooses, even porcupines can lose their homes to honey badgers. They charge into burrows, drive out the old owners, and occupy the space. This behavior demonstrates the species' strong character and energy conservation. In burrows, honey badgers will rest and reproduce. Young are usually born 1 to 2 per litter. Mothers nurse young for 12 months before they become independent. Despite their small size, honey badgers are famous for their extraordinary courage. They don't avoid any enemy, even the largest predators in Africa. Lions, leopards, hyenas have all tried to attack honey badgers, but the special skin layer and ferocity make them usually give up. Not worth the effort. When threatened, honey badgers emit high-pitched sounds and stand up to look bigger. They don't back down, even willing to charge and attack first. There are cases of a single honey badger chasing an entire pride of lions away from prey. This determination is a survival strategy proven effective. Most predators don't want to waste energy on difficult prey like honey badgers. They seek easier targets. However, honey badgers are not without enemies. Giant pythons can strangle them. Eagles can catch inexperienced young. Besides hunting, honey badgers are also environmental cleaners. They eat dead animal carcasses, helping control pests and clean up habitats. Honey badgers also play an important role in controlling venomous snake populations. Regular snake hunting helps balance the ecosystem. The honey badger's behavior of destroying beehives also has ecological effects. Many insect species and small birds benefit from destroyed hives. Special relationship with honey guide birds. This bird will lead honey badgers to beehives. After honey badgers break the hive, birds eat the remaining beeswax. This is a rare symbiotic relationship in nature. Both species benefit. Birds get food, honey badgers find hives faster. However, this relationship is gradually decreasing due to shrinking habitat. Both honey badgers and honey guide birds need large spaces to survive. In the West, honey badgers have become cultural icons. The slogan, "Honey badger don't care," is famous everywhere. It represents an indomitable spirit. The honey badger's life philosophy inspires many people. Persistent, independent, unafraid of difficulties. Despite their tough exterior, honey badgers are also creatures that need protection. Their habitat is gradually shrinking due to expanding farming and livestock. Farmers sometimes hunt honey badgers because they attack poultry. Poisoning and trapping also threaten the species' numbers. Climate change in 2026 also affects honey badgers. Prolonged drought and rising temperatures reduce food sources. Conservation organizations are researching to better understand honey badgers, monitoring movement, behavior, and their ecological needs. Community education helps people understand the honey badger's role and find solutions for peaceful coexistence between humans and wildlife. Honey badgers are an indispensable part of the African savanna. Their presence is a sign of a healthy ecosystem. The honey badger's intelligence, strength, and courage are evidence of wonderful evolution, an enviable survivor. In the challenging natural world, they never give up, never stop finding ways to survive. The honey badger's future depends on decisions to protect habitat, reduce conflict, and raise awareness. Honey badgers remind us that strength doesn't come from size. It comes from determination, from adaptability, and from relentless persistence. In the ever-changing natural world, honey badgers will continue to survive, as long as we give them the opportunity. The honey badger walks through the savanna, unafraid, undeterred, because this is their world. The African savanna spreads beneath the vast sky, land of giants, where strength is usually measured in tons. But strength in nature isn't only measured by size. There's another law, more subtle. It's the ratio between strength and body weight. When lowering vision to the arid grass carpets, where tiny creatures possess strength far beyond any ordinary comparison. This is the story about strength in nature. Not about the largest, but about creatures that found ways to maximize every gram of their body. On a fresh buffalo dung pile, a small creature is working. Dung beetle, Scarabaeus sacer, only 3 centimeters long and weighing 2 grams. The dung beetle is doing something seemingly impossible. They're shaping and rolling a dung ball weighing 200 grams, 100 times their body weight. But this isn't the limit yet. In scientific experiments, dung beetles have pulled objects weighing 1,141 times their body weight. To visualize, this equals a person weighing 70 kilograms lifting 80 tons, nearly equal to a modern tank. The secret lies in body structure. Dung beetles have hard exoskeletons made from chitin. Muscles inside attach directly to the shell, creating an extremely efficient lever system. Not far away, a long line moves on the ground. Leafcutter ants, Atacephalotes, each individual weighing only a few milligrams, but carrying leaf pieces many times larger than their body. Leafcutter ants can carry objects 50 times their body weight, moving vertically and gripping firmly on all surfaces, even smooth ceilings. The ant's secret lies in special neck muscles. This muscle occupies nearly half the body mass and can withstand tremendous pressure without injury. The reason small creatures are disproportionately strong is due to physical laws. When size decreases, surface area decreases slower than volume and mass. This helps small muscles have a large contact area ratio relative to the mass-needing movement, creating advantages no giant creature can achieve. But when we talk about absolute strength, the rules change completely. Near the riverbank, a giant creature steps out from acacia bushes. African elephant, Loxodonta africana. Adult males can weigh up to 6 tons. This is the largest land animal still existing on the planet. The elephant trunk is nature's most versatile tool. Made from over 40,000 separate muscle bundles, no bones, completely muscle and tendon. The trunk alone can lift objects weighing 350 kilograms, while their whole body can pull and push masses up to 6,000 kilograms. In exchange for enormous strength, elephants must consume nearly 150 kilograms of food daily and spend about 18 hours continuously just eating. Not far away, white rhinoceros Ceratotherium simum appears. Males weighing over 2 tons, possessing horns up to 1.5 meters long, full of power. Thanks to extremely developed neck muscles, rhinos can lift and fling objects weighing over 1 ton, turning the horn into a terrifying attack weapon. But there's one species whose strength isn't measured by lifting ability. It's measured by pressure. In murky river water, a pair of eyes looks up. To 6 meters long, has existed through 200 million years of evolution, nearly unchanged, proof of perfect design. Their weapon is the jaw. Nile crocodile bite force reaches 5,000 psi, world's strongest, far exceeding human bite force. When attacking, crocodile jaw-closing muscles contract with tremendous strength, enough to crush buffalo bones or hold tight until drowning. Ironically, crocodile jaw-opening muscles are very weak, to the extent an adult human can hold their mouth shut with bare hands. Evolution only invested energy in closing jaws, not opening them, showing natural strength always optimizes according to survival objectives. Every strength has its own price. Elephants need to eat large quantities. Crocodiles lie motionless, conserving energy. Tiny dung beetles get crushed. Each species found its own position in the ecosystem, from dung beetles recycling waste, ants building complex nests, to elephants opening paths, crocodiles controlling fish populations. In 2026, these species face harsh challenges from climate change, habitat loss, and illegal hunting. Facing that reality, conservation efforts are being intensified with expanded reserves and tightened laws when people realize limits. Strength doesn't lie in conquering nature, but in understanding and respect when each species, large or small, all have irreplaceable roles. East African savanna. Dawn has not yet broken. A new day begins like any other. But in this world, no day is truly like another. This is a land where every species is a link in the chain. Today's hunter can be tomorrow's prey. That order is not fixed. It changes by the hour, by each decision. And among all those species, there's one often underestimated, not the largest, not the fastest, but the one with the most complex social organization. This is the story of encounters, of losses, and of what happens after, when the hunter becomes the hunted. Baboons. The largest primate in southern Africa, adult males weigh 25 to 45 kilograms. Canines up to 5 centimeters long, longer than lion canines, proportionate to body size. Baboon troops can reach 200 individuals. Within the troop, there's clear hierarchy. Large males protect the outer ring. Females and young stay at the center. They're omnivorous, from fruits and roots to insects and small reptiles, even newborn antelope when opportunity arises. This flexibility helps them survive many challenges. But in their habitat, every foraging day carries risk. Tall trees, open grassland, riverbanks, each terrain has its own predators. Morning. The troop spreads out foraging near sparse acacia woodland. A young male, about 3 years old, separates from the group, chasing prey by instinct. Not far away, a leopard has spotted the young baboon, the most perfect hunter in Africa in terms of stealth and terrain versatility. Leopards don't move, make no sound. They can lie motionless for hours, waiting for prey to come within striking range. The young male runs through the ambushed predator's line of sight. He doesn't know death is right beside him, about to claim his life. A leap erupts. At maximum speed, the leopard allows no mistakes. It quickly seizes the young male. The baboon can't react. That moment ends faster than any description can convey. This is nature's truth, not cruelty. But the baboon troop isn't far. And in baboon troops, every call carries information. The alarm call, leopard attacking. Within seconds, the entire troop's behavior transforms completely. No longer individuals foraging separately. All move in one direction, one objective. The leopard has a choice: climb the tree with prey or abandon it and escape. But the troop arrives too fast. Large males weighing 40 kilograms, 5-centimeter canines, and most important of all, they come together. This is no longer individual confrontation. The leopard decides in an instant, abandons the kill and flees. This is the right choice. Being isolated by a baboon troop is extremely dangerous. The troop doesn't pursue. They understand it's futile. Instead, the group quickly restores order and minimizes loss. Days later, another threat. Another species, lions. A pride of 4 lionesses moves into the area where the troop is foraging on a quiet morning. The response to lions is completely different from the response to leopards. Leopards are threats from above. Lions are threats on the ground. From above, the troop observes. They call loudly so the lions know they've been detected. In the hunting world, losing the element of surprise means losing the greatest advantage. The lion pride passes without stopping. To lions, baboons and trees aren't priority targets, but young ones on the ground are different. One lioness separates from the pride, lying hidden in tall grass near where the troop gathers to drink. She's been observing, and she's waiting for a young one to stray. A young baboon runs farther than the others. The lioness charges, faster than any reaction can intervene. The young baboon has no chance. The troop reacts immediately but doesn't approach. They know lions aren't leopards. A lion's strength and speed on the ground don't allow that. A 130-kilogram lioness on open ground isn't an opponent the troop can effectively surround. They know this. But baboons don't forget. Research documents that this species can remember individuals of other species, especially those that have harmed the troop. The next day, Limpopo River. The troop comes to drink along their familiar route. Below the murky water, crocodiles wait for careless prey. In the troop, young ones typically drink at positions closest to shore. But riverbanks don't always allow ideal formation. A young baboon bends to drink. In an instant, the water erupts. No warning, no prior sound. A technique refined over millions of years. No chance for the young baboon. Nile crocodiles with bite force around 5,000 psi and reflexes under 0.1 seconds leave no gap. The troop remains at the water's edge. A few males just watch and roar. That behavior doesn't change the outcome, but shows social structure doesn't easily dissolve after loss. Then they leave. Order is re-established in heavy silence. Ahead still lies grassland, where risk and opportunity always coexist. A week later, the lioness pride returns, bringing 2 cubs about 6 weeks old. When the mothers leave to hunt, the 2 lie beneath low tree cover. Baboons discover this before we realize, from the tree branches, the lion mothers have gone far. 2 lion cubs lie alone. What follows is neither pure predation nor defense. Researchers call it redirected accumulated aggression, a complex social response. A male baboon picks up the lion cub, not frantically, just carries it and gradually climbs higher. The cub is completely helpless in this situation. At that height, the lion cub cannot survive a fall. A 6-week-old skeletal system isn't strong enough to withstand impact from over 15 meters. The lion mother returns quickly, roaring beneath the canopy, but climbing isn't her capability. Vertical distance is an absolute limit. The male baboon looks down and releases his grip, a behavior documented in primate studies in South Africa as a form of redirected accumulated aggression. He leaves by another route, not looking back. The troop regroups and continues moving. No ceremony, only cold continuation. In nature, good and evil don't exist. Only strategies selected through evolution, shaped by social memory and survival pressure. Chakmanda baboons still maintain large populations, but shrinking habitat and increasing urban conflict pose new challenges. When dusk falls, they climb the tallest acacia trees, choosing height as their shield. Tomorrow repeats, like every survival cycle. Afternoon sunlight illuminates the Serengeti grasslands. Dry grass glows golden under temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius, a typical day in the heart of Africa. Here, every meal must be contested. Predator and prey, robber and robbed. The line between success and failure is very fragile. Two predator species are about to collide. One side is a warrior with deadly weapons. One side is an opportunistic thief who will claim victory. This is the story of an unexpected encounter, when a plan to steal prey becomes a battle to the death, when instinct decides survival. The secretary bird is one of Africa's most unique birds of prey. They stand over 1 meter tall and have a wingspan of nearly 2 meters. The name comes from the black feathers behind the head, resembling quill pens tucked behind a secretary's ear in olden times. But this bird is anything but gentle. They hunt snakes, large lizards, rodents, insects, but venomous snakes are their favorite. They have a unique hunting technique: kick prey to death. Long legs, sharp curved talons, specially developed leg muscles. A kick can generate force of nearly 20 kilograms, enough to crush the bones of venomous snakes. Serval, also called grassland wildcat, smaller than spotted leopards but larger than house cats. They weigh about 9 to 18 kilograms. The largest ears in the cat family relative to body size, superhuman hearing, can hear mice moving underground. Long legs, highest leg-to-body ratio in the cat family. It can jump up to 3 meters high and achieves a hunting success rate of about 50%. But today, the serval isn't hunting. It's seeking opportunity, stealing prey from others, conserving energy, increasing survival efficiency. The secretary bird has just found a snake, puff adder, venomous, dangerous, but to the secretary bird, this is a good meal. The snake rears its head, opens its mouth threateningly, ready to inject venom. But the secretary bird has faced such situations countless times. A kick shoots out lightning fast, precise, strikes the snake's head directly. It writhes violently, but isn't dead yet. Another kick, then another. The snake lies motionless. The secretary bird bends down to check the prey. Victory is clear, but in the grass, another is watching silently. The serval presses itself flat to the ground. It moves slowly, each step separated by several seconds. No sound. Every movement is calculated. It weighs options quickly. The bird is taller, heavier, and has extremely powerful legs. But that fat snake is a valuable protein source. It steps slowly forward, not to hunt the bird, but to steal the prey, a familiar tactic of an opportunistic hunter. The secretary bird reacts immediately. Defensive instinct flares. It clamps the snake tightly in its beak and won't let go. This prey belongs to it. It spreads its wings nearly 2 meters wide, creating a large visual wall. The goal is to make the cat back down, a familiar defensive tactic. The serval backs away a few steps, but doesn't leave. It circles slowly, eyes still locked on target, patiently waiting for a moment of vulnerability. It lunges again, testing the bird's powerful legs. Claws touch wing feathers, but still not enough to steal the snake. The snake falls to the ground, but the conflict has now gone beyond food. No longer a dispute over prey. This is a battle. The secretary bird unleashes the first kick, lightning fast. Nearly 20 kilograms of force in an instant, misses the cat's head by just a few centimeters. The serval dodges quickly, reflexes of a born hunter. It lunges, trying to bite the bird's knee joint to neutralize the dangerous legs. The bird jumps back. Second kick hits the cat's shoulder, not strong enough to cause serious injury, but enough to cause pain. An accurate kick could shatter the serval's jaw, ending its hunting ability forever. Therefore, the cat must strike very fast and precisely. The serval lunges again, this time lowering its body. It pounces on the secretary bird's chest area. Claws dig deep, pulling the bird down. The secretary bird struggles violently. Wings beat on hard, creating wind currents that send dust flying. It tries to kick, but the serval has latched too close for the strike to be effective. The battle lasts about 3 minutes, consuming enormous metabolic energy. Both are breathing heavily, but neither side will let go. The serval changes tactics. It seeks the bird's neck position. This is the cat family's familiar killing technique, the suffocating bite. The secretary bird senses danger. It struggles to escape, but the cat's weight presses heavily. Wings no longer have space to swing. The serval seizes the bird's neck. Fangs sink deep, not piercing completely, but clamping tight. The goal is to cut off oxygen. Time decides life and death. The bird lies on the ground, wings spread wide on the dry earth. It's still alive, but no longer has strength to continue fighting. The cat still holds the bird's neck tight. It doesn't loosen. The struggling weakens with each second, each breath, until the body is motionless. After about 5 minutes, all movement ceases. The warrior has fallen. The opportunist wins, not through strength, but through tactics. The serval releases the bird. It's exhausted. Victory has come, but the price is very high. Energy expended equivalent to many days of normal hunting. It doesn't eat the bird. Instead, it drags out the snake, the original meal, the reason for the conflict. It eats hurriedly before others appear. 15 minutes later, vultures land. They clean up what remains. Here, nothing is wasted. The cycle continues. Prey stealing is common behavior in Africa. Hyenas steal from leopards. Lions steal leopard kills. Survival becomes more difficult. But this behavior is full of risk. About half the time, the thief gets injured, 1/5 end in death. The price to pay is very high. Climate change makes food sources scarcer. Competition increases. Prey theft occurs more frequently. Mortality rates also rise. Both servals and secretary birds are species that need conservation. Their numbers are declining as habitats increasingly shrink. As the sun sets over the Serengeti, the grassland gradually quiets again. The cat has left. Vultures have flown away. Only traces of battle remain on the sand. In the harsh reality of the African bush, the line between hunter and prey is always fragile. The thief can become the executioner. No heroes, no villains, only creatures trying to survive by any means and any tactics possible. And in the silence of the Serengeti night, one law still silently operates. Nature doesn't judge. Nature only selects. The wiser one, the luckier one, the one still alive. The sun has not yet reached its peak. The African grassland stretches out in silence. Only the wind gliding across the yellowed grass as it bends and sways. In the distance, a small figure moves low to the ground, steady, unhurried, as though it knows exactly where it is headed. This is the morning of the animal known as the Fearless One. On this savanna, very few creatures dare to hunt alone in broad daylight. But Ironhide, this adult male honey badger, answers to no one's schedule. It moves by its own rules and its own will. The honey badger is a small carnivore belonging to the family Mustelidae, widely distributed from sub-Saharan Africa to the Indian subcontinent. Its average weight ranges from 9 to 14 kilograms. Its uniquely thick and loose skin allows the body to twist even while being held in a bite, a defensive mechanism refined by evolution over millions of years. Ironhide stops. Its nose drops close to the ground, nostrils flaring rapidly with each breath. Something in the morning air causes it to change direction. The honey badger's sense of smell can detect prey at distances far beyond what the eye can see. A single odor molecule is enough to trigger its instincts. Ironhide begins to accelerate, head lowered, tail held level, the typical hunting posture of a honey badger, signaling that it is not exploring, but closing in on a confirmed target. The scent Ironhide has picked up is no ordinary prey. It is the smell of newborn hyena cubs, creatures not yet capable of defending themselves. Up ahead, concealed behind a thorn bush, lies a complex burrow system. This is the territory of a hyena clan, one of the most organized hunting collectives in Africa. At this hour, most of the clan's adults have left to forage. Only a few females remain behind, on guard. But Ironhide seems entirely unconcerned. To understand why a 12-kilogram animal would dare approach the territory of a species with the most powerful bite force among mid-sized carnivores, we must look at the very nature of this creature. The hyena is a carnivore with one of the strongest bite forces among mid-sized predators, reaching over 1,000 pounds per square inch. enough to crush the thickest bones. Hyenas live in a matriarchal social structure. Females hold higher rank than males. Within the clan, all territorial defense decisions are coordinated collectively. Every movement of the clan reflects thousands of years of evolutionary cooperation, not the strength of any single individual, but the efficiency of the group. Bite force is not their only advantage. Hyenas can sustain a pace of 50 to 60 kilometers per hour over long distances. A chase is not meant to catch, it is meant to exhaust. Ironhide continues forward. It moves along the downwind path, keeping its own scent from drifting ahead. Step by step, the distance to the burrow closes. This is not the first time a honey badger has approached a hyena den. Field observations show that this behavior appears when food sources become scarce. Risk is always present on the honey badger's journey. But for this species, danger is not a reason to stop. It is merely a variable in the equation of survival. Ironhide crosses the outer boundary of the territory. It is now within range where any hyena can spot it and react within seconds. At the burrow entrance, the cubs lie huddled together. They are not yet capable of self-defense, still inside the den, and entirely dependent on the clan. The honey badger takes a few more steps forward. Its nose sweeps close to the ground, head tilting slightly to the right, the typical scent-tracking behavior before a strike. It has detected the cubs. A short, sharp cry rises from the hyena's burrow. A cub is pulled out into the light, and in an instant, the stillness of the grassland vanishes entirely. The nearest female hyena raises her head, both ears standing straight up. She immediately understands this is no sound of wind or playful cubs. It is a warning sign of danger. Within seconds, the mother hyena lets out a series of low, drawn-out whoop calls. The signal carries far across the plain, calling other clan members to return immediately. Ironhide turns around. Behind it, the hyena clan is accelerating from two directions, while ahead lies only open ground with nowhere to hide. Surrounded in that moment, the honey badger drops the cub and turns to face the threat. Its survival instinct chooses to fight rather than flee. The mother hyena moves straight to the cub, lifts it gently in her jaws, and pulls it back toward the burrow. Meanwhile, the two remaining hyenas advance on Ironhide. For the hyenas, securing the cub is only the first step. Once the vulnerable individual is safe, the clan typically coordinates to eliminate the intruder from their territory. Ironhide does not run. Hackles raised, back lowered, jaws wide open, a full combat stance. For this animal, escape sometimes begins with confrontation. The hyenas take turns attacking. The honey badger spins in half a second and bites back into the nearest muzzle. The hyena recoils, not from pain, but from surprise. This is the moment where the honey badger achieves something rare in nature, making a much larger animal pause. For a few seconds, the hyena clan hesitates. But that pause does not last. One hyena moves in from behind, while another draws its attention from the front. Ironhide is bitten on the face and rear flank. It spins quickly and bites back. The loose skin allows the twist, but cannot hold off two sets of jaws at once. In a multi-opponent confrontation, endurance is the deciding factor. Ironhide can tolerate pain far beyond the ordinary, but it cannot compensate for a sustained numerical disadvantage. Ironhide begins to retreat toward the edge of the hyena's encirclement, step by careful step. It searches for a gap to break through, as the gray-brown ring slowly tightens. This is the hallmark of the hyena encirclement tactic. No need for a decisive strike. Simply maintain pressure, cut off the escape route, and wait for the opponent to exhaust itself from within. Ironhide bites back once more, fierce, but unable to create any distance. Energy drains steadily, each rotation of the body costing more than the last. In nature, the line between life and death rarely arrives suddenly. Sometimes it comes slowly, through each shortened breath of a creature still in the fight. Ironhide still stands, still turning to face the nearest attacker. Its deepest instinct will not allow it to fall while it can still fight. The hyena clan coordinates a final assault. Force converges from three directions at once. And this time, the honey badger no longer has the speed to break free. Ironhide goes down. The hyena clan gathers around the one who dared invade their territory. The grassland returns to silence after everything has been decided. In field observations, honey badgers attacking hyena dens is not uncommon. The outcome typically depends on how many clan members are present at the time. Outside the burrow, the hyena cubs lie still. They do not yet understand what has just taken place out there. They only know that their mother's familiar presence is still close beside them. Adult male honey badgers have an average lifespan of 7 to 10 years in the wild. In that time, they may face lions, leopards, and venomous snakes, and most of the time, they survive. Today is simply an exception. But the fall of one individual does not mean the fall of a species. Elsewhere, on the grassland, another honey badger is still digging into a beehive, hunting, and continuing the cycle of survival. On this grassland, there is no permanent victory. Each day is only a series of survival choices, where every species, from hyena to honey badger, plays its role in an ecosystem far greater than any single individual. The dry season arrives. The Serengeti grassland falls silent in a different way, not empty, but the kind of silence before something great begins. Hundreds of thousands of zebras are moving southward. This is the greatest migration on Earth, and not one of them is allowed to stop. Among the herd, calves just a few weeks old move along. Their striped coats still soft, their legs still unsteady. They do not yet know they are on their way to their first test. Ahead lies the Mara River, the natural boundary that every animal in the herd must cross. There is no other path. There is no second option. The zebra is Africa's largest seasonal migrant, traveling thousands of kilometers each year in search of new, nutrient-rich grasslands. A foal must stand within 30 minutes of being born, not a miracle. It is the bare minimum required to survive in this ecosystem. It stays close to its mother with every step, a behavior known as shadowing. For the foal, its mother is not just protection, but direction, the entirety of its world. But it has never crossed a river, never faced rushing water, never felt the pull of an invisible current. What lies ahead is a completely new experience. The zebra herd halts at the riverbank. Thousands of individuals stand still. A rare moment in nature when the fastest running species hesitates before a body of water. The Mara River is not wide, but width is not the danger here. The danger lies beneath the surface of the murky red-brown water surging past. Below the surface, Nile crocodiles have been waiting since before the zebra herd arrived. They do not rely on speed, they rely on patience. A fully grown adult can weigh between 500 and 750 kilograms. Its bite force reaches up to 5,000 pounds per square inch, enough to drag an adult zebra underwater in just a few seconds. In the murky water, the Nile crocodile is nearly invisible. This is not merely hiding. It is a perfect attack design refined over hundreds of millions of years of evolution. The Mara River's current this season reaches 3 to 5 meters per second, enough to sweep away any foal that loses its footing, even without a predator present. The riverbed is covered in slippery rocks. One misplaced step is all it takes. The current and the rocky bottom are the first threats the foal must face before the crocodiles. The lead animal steps into the water. Thousands follow, not out of courage, but because the pressure of the herd leaves no other choice. The foal hesitates at the water's edge. The cold water touches its front hooves, a completely new sensation. No memory exists to make it feel familiar. The mother zebra turns her head back, the clearest signal of all. Follow me. The foal steps in, not because it understands the danger, but because it cannot stay behind alone. The water rises to its belly. All four legs lose stability on the slippery rocks. The running reflex is triggered, but in water, speed no longer means anything. The foal begins to swim by reflex. Its muscles are not yet strong enough to fight the Mara River's current. Every second that passes, a portion of its energy is swept away. On this bank, hyenas are watching, and they are waiting. The smartest player in any hunt is not always the one who strikes first. The current pushes the foal 2 meters away from its mother. In ordinary circumstances, that distance means nothing. But here, 2 meters is the boundary between safety and danger. Beneath the surface, a crocodile, more than 4 meters long, begins to adjust its angle. No rush, no sound. It is calculating the approach angle and the right moment. The foal falls into a panic, the most dangerous mistake possible in water. Panic disrupts the swimming rhythm, drains energy, and pulls the body deeper beneath the surface. The mother senses it and turns back, breaking from the flow of the moving herd. Turning back means accepting a higher risk, going against the rules of survival. Underwater, a crocodile attacks the nearest adult, not the foal. It is a feint, creating chaos, to isolate the real target. A burst of water explodes. The zebra herd breaks formation, scattering in multiple directions. The foal loses its bearings. Its mother is no longer visible, only water and the sound of chaos. Instinct takes over. No more thinking. Only reflex remains. And in those few brief seconds, everything is decided. The crocodile disappears back into the current after its strike. Not visible does not mean safe. In the Mara River, the most dangerous things are usually the ones that cannot be seen. Finally, the foal reaches a narrow strip of land in the middle of the river. It climbs up, gasping, all four legs trembling, but it is still standing. The mother has already reached the far bank. She calls out, the distinctive recognition call of the zebra. Amid the chaos, that is the only signal the foal needs. The second time it steps into the water, the foal no longer hesitates. Its mother's call has overridden the fear, an evolutionary mechanism that prioritizes connection over panic. The second half of the river holds no crocodiles. They have concentrated around the main herd. The foal does not know this. It swims in fear, and that very fear drives it to move faster. The far bank comes into view. It climbs up using every last bit of energy. No technique, no control, only the survival instinct. The mother stands still and waits. She does not move closer. In the language of zebras, standing still is an affirmation. I am here. You must come to me. The foal trembles, coat soaked through, breathing rapid. But it is standing beside its mother, on ground that just minutes before seemed completely out of reach. Not far away, another foal is not so fortunate. Separated from the herd early, it loses its bearings, swept downstream by the current. Its mother cannot find it again. Nature does not distinguish between right and wrong. Only different positions and different moments produce different outcomes. 1 meter in the wrong place is enough to change everything. The crocodile pulls its prey to the bottom, a behavior known as the death roll. No drama, no drawn-out struggle, only a mechanism, executed exactly as it was designed. The rest of the zebra herd continues up the bank. No stopping, no looking back. In herd survival, stopping means increasing the risk for all. The foal stands on this bank and looks back at the river. Its brain cannot process memories the way a human's does. But its body will remember, in the way that biology remembers. Instinct is not rewritten by thought, but by experience. Today's fear becomes tomorrow's reflex. That is how nature evolves every living creature. The foal will cross the Mara River many more times in its life. Each time, it steps in faster, more precisely. Survival is a skill learned through fear. In nature, there is no such thing as a safe childhood. To be born is to begin a series of trials. Instinct is not perfect. It must be sharpened through risk and fear. Across the Serengeti grassland, that cycle will continue, season after season, generation after generation. And the Mara river will remain, waiting for Antais, each new foal, to step into the first test of its life. Mid-morning on the African savanna, as the sun begins to pour down on the parched earth, life does not stop. It simply shifts to a different tempo. There is no shade for refuge, no place to hide completely. This is a land where every creature must expose itself to the sun and to one another. From a small burrow beneath a tree, a small head emerges. Dark, beady eyes scan the surroundings quickly. This is not curiosity, it is a survival habit repeated every day. The daytime savanna belongs to those who dare to venture out when the sun is harshest. And among them, there are encounters that neither side planned for. The Egyptian mongoose, a small carnivore widely known for a skill few others on the savanna can match, dealing with venomous snakes. Measuring about 50 centimeters long and any mammal of its size. The mongoose is equipped by evolution. Modified acetylcholine receptors make the cobra's neurotoxic venom act significantly slower on its body. But resistance to venom does not mean total immunity. A large enough dose or a bite in the right location can still be fatal. Not far away, a long, glossy object moves slowly through the grass. It makes no sound. Only a slight ripple on the blades of grass serves as evidence. The mongoose stops. Its nose points forward, the distinct scent of a large reptile, unmistakable for anything else on this savanna. To understand the gravity of the coming confrontation, one must look at the creature slithering toward the mongoose, one of the most dangerous and common venomous snakes of the Dark Continent. The Egyptian cobra, up to 2 meters long, capable of accurately spitting venom into an opponent's eyes from over 2 meters away. Each bite injects enough venom to take down a full-grown human. Beyond its toxicity, its main advantage is strike speed. A strike is completed in under a quarter of a second, exceeding the reflex time of many equivalent predators. However, as the opponent closes in, the strike's effectiveness decreases. Distance becomes the decisive variable governing the probability of success for both sides. The two detect each other at less than 3 meters. The mongoose lowers its body and bristles its neck fur, while the snake spreads its hood and coils its body into an S shape. Both are ready for war. This is a language both species understand without needing to learn. Every posture is a message. I am not retreating, and I am readier than you think. Both hold their positions, neither advances. This is not hesitation, it is calculation. In this battle, the one who strikes first is not necessarily the one with the advantage. The snake sways its head slowly, tracking every movement of the mongoose. This is a psychological tactic, to distract the opponent, creating a moment of diverted attention to strike. The mongoose is not deceived. It moves forward half a step, then retreats. Forward, then back. Not out of fear, but to read the snake's reaction time. The snake lunges with a fast and precise strike, but misses. The mongoose evades in a split second. No one is hurt, but information has been gathered by both sides. The mongoose counterattacks immediately, without hesitation, lunging straight for the snake's neck. A strike taking less than a quarter of a second, which the mongoose has practiced since it was young. The snake breaks free and coils back instantly. Both return to their original positions. The tempo spikes. It is no longer a probe. The battle has truly begun. The snake lunges, using its strength to bite quickly toward the mongoose. The mongoose closes its eyes and turns its face back, evading perfectly. The thick facial fur acts as a second barrier. The venom clings to the surface. The snake used one of its most effective weapons and failed. The mongoose accelerates. No more stepping back and forth. This time, it is a continuous assault, forcing the snake to strike repeatedly. Every strike from the snake is an opening the mongoose is waiting for. The snake gradually loses the initiative, shifting to a coiled, defensive posture. This stance limits attack angles, but simultaneously reduces its ability to control distance. The mongoose focuses on the back of the head, the area controlling the nervous system. A precise bite here can quickly neutralize all resistance. The snake thrashes violently, trying to escape the encirclement. Its long body sweeps across, pushing the mongoose away. The mongoose is tossed back, but does not fall. All four paws hit the ground instantly. This is the moment many other predators would stop, but not the mongoose. It returns with the same speed, maintaining pressure, demonstrating a resilient strategy selected by nature. The snake strikes one last time, more accurately than before. Fangs graze the mongoose's shoulder, but the thick fur and skin block part of it. The amount of venom injected is not enough to change the outcome. The moment the snake retracts its jaws after that bite is the final opening. The mongoose does not miss. Its jaws lock onto the back of the snake's head, the target it aimed for from the start. The snake coils around the mongoose, trying to use constricting force, but the mongoose does not let go. The bite force increases steadily. This is the decisive phase. The first to lose control will lose everything. The snake's movements slow down, not from exhaustion, but because neurological damage begins to spread from the bite site. The mongoose holds its position for nearly 40 more seconds. No rush. Waiting until movement completely stops. It is extremely cautious. When the snake is entirely motionless, the mongoose still bites down hard. Nothing changes. The battle ends in a way this species has repeated thousands of times before. The entire event took under 15 minutes, but every second reflects accumulated evolutionary data. No factor depended on mere luck. The mongoose drags the snake back to its burrow, a typical behavior for the species. No victory celebration, just a necessary meal after energy has been spent. In the ecosystem, the mongoose plays the role of a natural population control for venomous snakes. No other predator in this area performs that function. But the mongoose also faces increasing pressure, shrinking habitats, dwindling water sources, and competition with larger predators. The cobra faces similar trends. Declines in many areas are mainly due to environmental changes, exceeding the short-term adaptive capacity of both species. This raises a larger question. When one of the two disappears, how will the rest of the ecosystem adjust? There is no simple answer. Today's battle is a very small part of a much larger picture. Every species in this system depends on the existence of others. The mongoose carries the snake to its burrow. There is no reason to linger. The day is still long, and the savanna sun waits for no one. The savanna keeps no memory of what happens upon it. The wind erases traces. The sun dries what remains, and the cycle continues the way it has always operated. These two species have coexisted on this continent for millions of years, not because of peace, but because of balance. One side is dangerous enough to force the other to evolve faster. The mongoose will return to its burrow before dark. Another cobra will emerge when the temperature drops. This loop has no beginning and no end. Of all the lessons nature can teach, perhaps the simplest is also the most difficult to grasp. No species exists alone, not even the best predator. And as the first darkness touches the horizon, the savanna does not ask who won or lost today. It only prepares for what will happen tomorrow.